Hello lovelies, welcome back to Alakege YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I'll be learning how to make this beautiful funnel exaggerated sleeve. It is a trendy sleeve and it's so easy to make. So if you're interested in learning how to make this, please continue to watch this video. If you're new here, please consider to subscribe. And to all my subscribers, thank you very much. I appreciate your support. So to start off, I have my pattern paper on fold. This paper is on fold and the length of the sleeve that I'm making here is 22 inches. So I'm just going to mark the 22 inches right there, like so. So that's the 22 inches. Then the next thing I'll mark is from the shoulder to the elbow. The shoulder to the elbow for me is 12 inches and I'm just going to mark that. So you need the measurement from your shoulder to your elbow and to the shoulder to the length of your sleeve. So that is it. So this is the elbow line. I'm just going to write EL, and also this is the sleeve length SL. So now the next measurement I will input is my cap height. For me, my cap height is around 4 inches. The weight, how to calculate it is right there on the screen. So just calculate yours and mark this. So it's 3.8, but I just approximate it to 4 inches. So the next thing I'm going to mark right now is my armhole measurement. If you don't know how to calculate your armhole measurement, the method to calculate it is right there on the screen. For me, it is 7.1. I'm just going to mark that and cross it like so. So the next thing I'm going to do now is just to make a line, just like I did right there. So on that line that I did right now, that I just did that, I'm just going to measure what I have there, and at the midpoint here, I'm going to mark it. So I'm going to take my curve ruler. Just look at the way I'm placing my curve ruler. If you know how to draft a basic pattern, this is just the way you do it. So this is why I'm just going to mark it right there, and also at the down part there, I'm just going to do my curve for the sleeve, and that is just how I'll create my sleeve like so. So now the next measurement I'm going to mark that you're going to need is your round elbow. So for my round elbow is 11. So you're going to use your own measurements on this elbow line. Just mark half of your elbow measurement, and from your cap height area like there, just connect it like so. So at the sleeve area, at the sleeve length there, so there's no need to use the wrist measurements. Just flare it out like I'm doing right now. Just flare it out. It doesn't matter. Your flaring out will depend on how big you want your sleeve to be. So for me, this is the purpose of the tutorial. I'm just doing it the way I'm doing. At the elbow line area, I blend it out for me not to have any sharp edge around there. So I'm just going to cut off the excess pattern paper that I have there. So I'm just going to cut off the excess paper I have there, and that is it for our sleeve pattern that we need. So after doing this, I'm just going to cut out. Just look at the way I'm cutting now. So you're going to follow this line. Instead of cutting from the first straight line that I mark, I'm cutting through the curve that I make, and this is our sleeve right here. So the next thing I'm going to do now is just to open up my sleeve. You know, I told that it's on fold. So you're going to mark the midpoint. From the midpoint there, you're going to open it up. You're going to slash it into two. So I'm just going to go ahead and slash this open like so. So once you fold the pattern paper in two, there's going to be a crease line at the midpoint here. So that's where you're going to slash it open. So this is we're going to use a slash on spread metal. So this is my fabric. This is just like a scrap fabric that I have. This is just for the purpose of the tutorial. So I'm just going to place my patterns on this. So you can flare this out as much as you want, as big as you want your sleeve to be. This will depend on how big you want your sleeve to be. So I'm just going to place my pattern paper on it. So if you don't want it to have any pleating around the armhole where you're going to join it to the body of your dress, make sure there is no space in between the up there like this. But if you want it to have pleats around, you can just flare it out if you want it to have pleats. So right now, what I'm going to do now is just to cut my fabric. no, this fabric is not unfolded. We've opened up the sleeve, so I'm just adding the seam allowance to the side. You can just add it. Another part to you add your seam allowance, except you have a seam allowance on the pattern already, but here I'm going to be adding the sleeve allowance to it. So I'm just cutting through like so. So just watch how I'm just cutting through. So at the middle point here where we flare it out, you're just going to be adding extra to it. So I go down by 7 inches. So you can go as much as you want, because this will depend on how big you want it. So from this middle point where I marked 7 inches, I'm going to connect it back to the side of the sleeve like so. Just watch the way I'm doing it right now. So from the middle point right there, I'm just going to make a kind of a curve to meet the other side. So you can go as well, you can do more than 7 inches from the middle point. You can go by 10 or 15 if you want your sleeve to be big. If you have the fabric, you can just do it. So this is it. So I'll just continue to cut off the rest of the fabric. So I'm just cutting like so. So I'm just continuing to cut it right there like so. So right here, this is our fabric, this is our sleeve. So you're going to cut two for the both sleeves. So but this is just for the purpose of tutorial, so I'm just cutting one, and there is it. So now is it going to be making a little bit of alteration there. If you look at the sleeve very well, at the center middle point of the sleeve, there's a kind of curve in between. So that curve is what I'm going to be making right now. So now for that curve that is at the center, I'm going to be going in about 4 inches. But if you want it to enter very deep, just like the near those picture that is at the beginning of the video, you can go in as much as 7 to 8 inches. And I did 4 by 3. That is on this part where I'm marking right now, I'm going by 4. Then the other side are going by 3. But you can actually do about 5 by 5 or 6 by 6 or 7 by 7, depending on how deep you want it to be. But this is just for the tutorial, so I'm just trying for us to get the idea of how the sleeve was made. So I'm just trying to smoothen it to have a kind of curve around there, so you can make it deep as much as you want, just like I've mentioned earlier. So this is just a little curving right there. So depending on how you want it, you can just make it like that. So this is all for the tutorial. For the standing effects for the sleeve, make sure to iron collar stay or peplum stay on the sleeve, or you use art stay. You can double your art stay, or you use collar stay on it. You can easily use boning at the hem area of the sleeve to make it really stand very well. So if you have not subscribed, please kindly subscribe. Your subscription will mean a lot to me. Please like this video, comment. Let me see your comment in the comment section. Thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate it. For those that have subscribed, for your comments, for your like. So catch you in my next tutorial. Bye.